Good morning. I'm 2 minutes late. I'm sorry. This morning I was on the phone talking with yet another possibility for a place to move. This one's in Sacramento that we're thinking about. But if it's the right place, we'll go anywhere. Okay. Uh, but anyway, here we are reading, finishing up the book of homemade magic, and we're on the homemade rite of earth, and in our in the drama of the rite of earth, that this is not a Crowley rite, but it's formatted in the same way as the other uh, seven planetary rituals that Crowley wrote. I mean, with the same modular things like he used. Uh, we don't have much dancing in it. Crowley's Rites of Eleusis had quite a bit of dancing. Uh, but anyway, it's the story of Demeter and Persephone, and we've taken it so far that we've taken it from the indoor scene of the citadel of Eleusis, where Hermes, the guide, uh, retells the whole story, prologue style, of the story of Persephone and Demeter and the abduction of Demeter, or of Persephone, and all of that. We've gone out to the backyard where we have witnessed sweet Persephone uh, with her girlfriends picking narcissus flowers, and the gates of hell open up, and Hades grabs Persephone, and she screams, Zeus, Zeus. Uh, then the gates of hell close, and the Demeter now uh, appears, and this is in the backyard scene, uh, and she wanders around searching for Demeter. There is a central pillar altar in the center of the backyard, and there's a bowl of flaming alcohol in it. And Demeter uh, goes to the bowl of alcohol and invokes Hecate, because Hecate knows where Persephone has gone. And as Demeter was reading the hymn to Hecate, the audience, or the mysties themselves, the initiates themselves, participate by circumambulating the Demeter in the flaming bowl of alcohol 9 times. Uh, then Iris, the goddess Iris, appears and takes the Demeter toward where Hecate has told Demeter where she is. But on the way, they meet the gods of Olympus that plead with Demeter to stop cursing the earth, because people are going to die, and when there's no people, there's no prayers, and when there's no prayers, there's no gods. But she doesn't hear anything of it. But finally, Zeus sends Hermes himself to take Demeter down to hell to spring Persephone, and that's where we are this morning. Hermes pulled sort of rank, told Hades, Zeus has sent me to bring her back. And Hades says, okay, I got to do it. I guess I got to do it. But he says, okay, but first have this little snack. And he gives Persephone a pomegranate. And she eats 3 seeds, not knowing that there is some kind of rule that if you eat in the underworld, you have to return there. But anyway, so she unknowingly ate the pomegranate seed, and then Hermes took her back. Part 3. Hermes and Persephone and the Herald of Darkness lead the Mysties back to the now brightly lit citadel. That's the inside scene where everything began. At the beginning, it was dimly lit, and now it's brightly lit. They are barred at the threshold by the Herald of Light, who holds a torch and a full urn of wine. He empties the urn of wine on the ground and says, "Light dawning in darkness is thy name. Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, ruler of light and darkness, we adore thee and we invoke thee. Look with favor upon these misties and grant thine aid unto the higher aspirations of their souls." Now remember, when they left the citadel at first, the Herald of Darkness met them at the door and poured out his wine on the ground and said something else. The Herald of Light stands aside and allows all to re-enter the citadel, where they witness the reunion of Demeter and Persephone. Persephone says, "By the might of famine long and supplication strong, Demeter won the swift hermetic word. In bitter days of eld, thus by great force compelled, the glad earth saw me, careless of my lord, rise to her crystal streams and sapphire seas." Then the mother and the daughter embrace. Persephone continues, "Ah me, I feel a stirring in my blood. I feel a stirring in my blood pours through my veins a delicate pale flood of memory. Not the pale and terrible goddess whose throne is manifest in hell. I am again a child, a playful child." Okay, everybody's happy and everybody settles back in the citadel. The Misties applaud and find seats on floor pillows. The gods serve water, wine, dates, figs, dried fruit, and other delicacies. All enjoy a brief intermission and refreshments. Hermes and our actors stay in character and never allow the Misties to forget the ceremony is still in progress. When the intermission is over and everyone is quiet, Demeter stands and recites the earth. This is from Crowley's Equinox 1, Volume 6. The child of miracle to the world greeting. I reach my hands to the leaves and dabble in the dew. I sprinkle dew on you for kisses. I kneel down and hold the grass of the black earth to my bosom. I crush the earth to my lips as if it were a grape, and the wine of Demeter flushes my cheeks. They burn with joy of youth. Why should I greet the world? Because my heart is bursting with love for the world. Love, I say? Why not lust? Is not lust strength and merriment, and the famine that only the infinite can stay? And why do I call myself the child of miracle? Because I have entered a second time into my mother's womb and am born. Because to the knowledge of manhood has come the passion, even the folly of adolescence, with all its pride and purity. For it is for this that you see me lying upon the thick, wet grass, unquenchable, or rejoicing in the fat black loam. Now, the manner of the miracle was this. In the beginning, it is given to a youth a vision of his mate. This one must he henceforth seek blindly, and many are the enchantments and disenchantments. Through this, his vision fades. Even his hunger dies away, unless he be indeed elect. But in the end, it may be that God shall send him the other half of that token of paradise. Then, if he have kept holy fire alight, perhaps with much false fuel, and that fire shall instantly blaze and fill the temple of his soul. By its insistent energy, it shall destroy even the memory of all those marsh lights that came to greet him, and the priest shall bow down in the glory and grasp the altar with his hands and strike it with his forehead 7 times. And now this altar is the earthen altar of Demeter. When understanding all things by the light of that love, he shall know that this is love, and this is the soul of the earth. That is fertility and understanding, the secret of Demeter. Nay, even, the oracle may speak in his heart and foretell or foreshadow the greatest mystery of Persephone, of death, the daughter of love. Those too who are thus reborn will understand that I, who write these words, am stretched out on the wet earth on the day of spring. It is night, but only the sea whispers of Persephone as the stars, intimate Urania, whose mystery is the third and beyond. My body is absorbed in the scent and touch, for the consuming fire of my sight has burned itself out to blindness, and in my mouth is only the savor of an infinite kiss. The moist earth burns my lips. My fingers search down about the roots of the grass. The life of earth itself is my life. I shall be glad to be buried in the earth. Let my body dissolve into hers, putrefy in her reviving lembic. He never loved who let them case him in a coffin from the supreme embrace. It is from the earth, bride of the sun, that all bodily strength derives. It is no figure that Antinous regained all his force when he touched earth. It is no pedantary and folly for the Hindus, who, fearing bodily lust, isolate their acolytes from earth. No futility, their doctrine of pranayama and tamoguna. It is not mere faith healing, this hygiene of Father Knepp, and his failures are those who retain decorum and melancholy, who follow the letter and not the spirit, cold-blooded treaders upon earth instead of passionate lovers of its strength. It is no accident of mythology that the Titans made war upon the gods, and Prometheus overthrew them. It was then Canute failed to drive back the sea with his dynasty, lost to the Norman William, who caught hold of Mother Earth with both hands. When I was a child, I fell, and the scars of earth are on my forehead at this hour. When I was a boy, I was hurt by an explosion of a buried jar of gunpowder. Remember, this is Crowley's essay. And the scars of earth are on my face at this hour. Since then, I have been the lover of the earth that wooed me thus roughly, Many a night I have slept under her naked breast in forest and on glacier, upon great plains and upon lonely crags, in heat and cold, fair weather and foul, and my blood is the blood of the earth. My life is hers, and she is a spark thrown off from the whirling brilliance of the sun. So do I know myself to be a spark of infinite God. Seek earth, and heaven shall be added unto you. Back to our mother drive this shining spade into her womb. Wrinkle her with your furrows, she will only smile more kindly. Let your sweat, the sweat of your toil, which is your passion, drip like benediction from on high upon her. She will render corn and wine. Also your wife shall be desirable in your eyes all the days of your life. And your children shall be strong and comely, and the blessing of the Most High shall be upon you. Then let your grasp relax in the satiety of death, and your weight shall cumber the earth. And the little children of the earth shall make merry with you until the rose strike its root into your breast. Then shall your body be one again with the mother, and your soul one with the Father, as it is written in the book of the law. All this I have been taught by her, whose purity and strength are even the earth chosen before the foundation of time. Lioness with lion, may we walk by night among the ruins of great cities, when weary with the happiness too great even for our immortality, we turn from the fragrance and fertility of earth. And at the sunrise return, where the peopled valleys call us, where bronzed and buoyant our children sing aloud as they drive home the spade. Glory be to the earth and to the sun and to the holy body and soul of man. And glory be to love and to the Father of love, the secret unity of things. Glory be to the shrine within the temple, and to the God within the shrine, to the Word, and to the silence that bore it unto him that is beyond the silence and the speech. Also thanksgiving in the highest for the gifts of all these things, and for the maiden in whom all these things are found. For the holy body and soul of man, and for the sun, and for the earth. Amen. Then Demeter sits down among the Mysties, and Persephone stands and recites the exordium from Nuit, from Crowley's collected works, which Constance hopefully will read for us tomorrow. And that's it for today. We're busy. Anyway, thank everyone who's been so incredibly generous, knowing that this is a difficult time for us, and moving is stressful enough, and your help and your generosity is appreciated and most welcome. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow for Sunday school.